All right, guys. Purdy, nice and gold. So I'm over at Chad's house. We are
Not a mechanic.
mixing and matching parts between these two engines. This is an 07 TSX. That one is an 05 TSX. This motor, since it's nice and clean, ready to go, is going to go into the Civic. Hey, pop open the garage, Chad. It's going to be all motor initially, so we want the better cam in it. So we're going to pull out the intake cam off of this head, put it in here with a 50-degree VTC gear, and that's for this car here. I think it's a 92, Chad? 94. Oh, this whole front clip is brand new off of like a 94 or 93 or something. We cut it off at the junkyard. I think you'll have to watch my older video. But yeah, so the whole front clip has been grafted on, and you can't even tell. I'm not going out there because it's raining. But anyway, so since the Civic's going to be all motor, we want the best all motor bolt-ons. So we're going to do an RSX pump, a 50-degree VTC gear, and the slightly better intake cam off of this motor. So this motor, we're going to put the shitty cam in it, which is fine. It's going to be force-fed for this car. So why is this covered?
Oh.
This is actually out of an Element. He bought a whole Element for this motor and transmission. This is all-wheel drive, by the way. Oh yeah, you've already started notching the cross member. Pretty cool. Yeah, so like, yeah, you got to cut a lot off. You can see where he cut it out, and it still doesn't clear because the motor has to go further back. I think, so this is baseline for axle center line. And you can see, well, it's hard to tell, but the output here, or the CV axle, it looks like it's at least 3 inches forward of where he wants it. Or where the car wants it, honestly. That motor, K24A2, gonna get boosted into here, all-wheel drive. Oh yeah, so in case you don't know what it is, it's a hoodoo. But no, it's actually, like, you never see these anymore because they've all ended up at the junkyard 20 years ago because that's when the engines blew. But this one, it's a Eagle Talon TSI, so it's all-wheel drive. It's got this freaking wannabe WS6 hip spoiler on it. All-wheel drive K24 DSM. I mean, that's the only way you're going to get DSM back on the road, right? I think he's got a whole bunch of shit here for it. That I think this motor's blown like probably 11 times. Yeah. It's had 11. Wow, look at this intake. You make that yourself?
No, I had one of my buddies built it long time ago.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it worked. It's just...
Okay, so yeah. Right now, it looks like you've already loosened them all.
Yeah.
Okay. So cam's going to come out. We're going to put the 50-degree cam gear on this one, and then it's going to go into there. But we got to pull that intake cam out first. And I think you just mixed up all the bolts where all the studs go and everything.
Yeah. I just don't want to jump it out.
You can match the other one.
I guess that's it.
That's it.
For now.
We'll have another update here.
No, yeah. So I'm the one that does all the work, so I had to pause the camera here. And we'll be back in a little bit.
Which two did you put down?
Are you serious? They're numbered.
Numbers on them.
They're numbered and directional, Chad.
Alright.
They got arrows.
So, cam caps are off, and we're about to swap the cam gears. The what?
So the numbers are in Japanese.
All right, pull that puppy out of there. Make sure you nick the journal.
The head mark. Hold on.
No. Just
Well, I'll crap on this side. What
yeah.
Where's the crap over? Ready?
Are you ready?
No.
All right, leave that one there. Or Corey, hold that. No, the cam. You gonna hold that while you're?
No.
I hope it falls. Hope it rolls off.
I would not call. Set it on the ground.
Okay. You need to grab this one then.
Are you gonna contaminate with a dirty wall?
That's pretty good. Solid.
Don't look at it. Just put it in there. It's fine. So what some people were doing on the Z3 engine, that you got the RBC, the Z3 is RBC, the 50-degree cam gear. No, the Z7, out of the newer TSX. Since they do come with a 50-degree gear, people were swapping the cam and the gear, but they're retarded. See the grooves here for the oil passage on the camshaft? They're different. So they overlap a little bit, but not how it's supposed to. And then, sure enough, they burn stuff up, and they wonder why it didn't work. They're like, "Oh yeah, it fits." Well, shit, just because it's a fit doesn't mean it's proper. Because you can see very clearly here that the grooves on the camshaft have to line up with the oil passages here. Look, you can't even tell.
Looks like it.
You can't even tell that the motor was a little browner. You know why? They probably didn't use Castrol high mileage. They used Castrol normal mileage.
Yeah, that's the color difference.
That's the problem. All right, so let's button down this one.
You gotta take this cam gear off and all that shit. So. Okay.
Yeah, well, button it down first, and then we'll swap the cam gear.
We need to make sure this thing in the top of the center before we start running the cams down.
Not really. It's not interference.
Is it not? I thought it was an interference motor.
It's not. It's only interference if you're at 50 degrees camshaft timing advance. Right? No, but even then, 50 degrees on the, this is an 05.
Get some oil.
On the 06 to 08, they have more valve clearance.
Look, you can dry.
You don't have any assembly lube?
I don't think so.
Just use motor oil.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do.
So this motor, I should have shown you video. The tensioner was barely extended, so I would reuse the chain. This one, it was extended on the tensioner. It was about
This is an A2?
8 millimeters. Yeah.
Both over at
The spec is 13.5 millimeters to stick it on the tensioner. So the chain is still fine, but I think he might change his chain.
Just set the interference motor. Find a TDC real quick.
TDC is easy. So
Hey, buddy.
grab the light. Okay. Right there.
Oh, I know.
It's almost there.
So we were almost there anyway. Oh, sorry. We're not even in frame. So, hey, what's up? Am I on video? I didn't consent to being videoed.
You're in the video.
Yeah, so the triangle will be our reference for TDC. This hash mark down here will be whenever we retime the motor on the timing chain, the reference point. So this timing, this hash mark, remember there's a hash mark and a triangle. The triangle goes for here for TDC. Hash mark is for the chain, and then up on the cam gear, we're gonna want these,
Facing each other.
no, facing to the top. So there's an arrow here and an arrow,
There's a hash.
should be another arrow, or the dot here, the dot. This dot and that dot will be that's the reference point for the timing chain marks. The hash mark, which is here and here, those should point together. When those point together, these hash marks will point up, or the arrows will point up, and then that's how you know you're in time.
Do
So,
these chains have the colored links too?
yeah.
At least they did.
No, it does. It's probably on the other side. Oh, no, right here. Is that it? No, it's probably on the other side. They have to. It's an OEM chain. I'm sure it has it. They don't come off.
Should be 4 of them, 2 sets next to each other.
Oh, let's see here.
Yeah, sure. Alright. Let me do my.
Oh, this?
We're just doing an educational video.
Well, is it educational because it's taking us 10 minutes to figure out where the colored links are? 30 minutes later. All right, pause. So we got the cam in. We haven't swapped the cams here yet. We'll do that. We can do it now, actually, but we'll just do that whenever we're putting the chain back on. I have crank at TDC. The cams are pretty close. You can see the hash marks there. Good enough. Whenever we put the chain on, we'll make sure that we have everything perfect. But for what we're doing right now, it'll just fine. He's taking the oil pan off so we can do the oil pump. That should be, yeah, 2 nuts, 1 on each side, and then the rest of the bolt. This is pretty clean.
That's not bad.
So this is all just with a brush or what?
Yeah, so I
Look,
used,
you missed it in here though.
Yeah, I was planning on taking all that up. Anyway. I hit it with degreaser and then purple power, and then I hit it with some
Dish soap?
aluminum etching
Oh.
mag wheel cleaner and washed it up real quick. So I butter back a little bit.
It's cleaner than mine. Actually, mine is a brand new block, and I painted it with patina to make it look dirty. Yeah.
It looks good. It's different.
I wonder what the motor's gonna look like underneath.
I don't know. We'll find out. No chunks.
All right, pan's off. Oil looks good. Looks great.
Yeah.
The light makes it look a lot chocolatey than it is. Oh, ooh.
I think it's just water.
Oh yeah.
It's moisture.
Okay.
Yeah, not chunks. That's good.
I thought that was metal. I thought that was bearing.
Here we go. It's copper.
All right, so you want to roll her over?
Yeah. This one. Hell yeah.
It's clean, man.
Clean, dude.
That's
It
clean.
is. That's not bad at all.
I mean, it's not mint, but that's totally serviceable.
usable.
I wouldn't even change anything on it, except for the oil pump. So we should take off the tensioner.
Yeah.
Guide has to be replaced, and then we'll pull off these bolts and fold the pump off.
No, let me get the screw.
All right, I'm the world's worst videographer because I didn't get him pulling that out, but
Put it back in there.
yeah, stick it back in, Daddy.
For the
So it is threaded, so that's perfect. So that should be like a M6 or something. No, M8. I think it's M8. You could probably reuse. Wait, did you get hardware with your timing kit or your oil pump kit?
You think it comes with?
Well, it depends. So if you buy it as a package, a lot of times they say it comes with the hardware. Because that oil pump requires different hardware. Oh, Jesus. Well, it's going to be an issue.
Well, they might be. Because all this changes, right?
Yep.
These you can reuse the bolts on here.
Some of those. I think there's 6 on here.
We need this one, and then the 2 smaller bolts we're gonna need, huh?
Yeah, they're all different lengths. There's 1 here, but these 2 are different lengths, I think.
No.
Okay. So then we're only missing this one.
Yeah. I'm sure I can come up with something to put in there. I'll get something to put in there. We need to get the windows tray out. And then I gotta find a bolt out of my truck that'll go in here. Preferably a flat.
No, I can. No, anything.
Well, I know. I want a certain bolt.
A what?
I want a certain bolt in there. Hang on.
What, a flanged?
Yeah, flange bolt.
You know,
Pretty cool.
I have lots of those.
I had some in the truck too.
Oh, look. I think this will be perfect right here
No, way too long.
for the water pump.
Water pump.
I mean, the old
The
pump.
old pump, the front one.
Where's the pump at?
In the box. Let me go to mine.
Oh, no, it's a
Let me go to mine.
M6, 10 millimeter, or M8. Okay, so here's the situation. Alex is right. So this is an old pump kit that I suspected was a knockoff. And what are we thinking, Chad? You're on camera.
These chains are supposed to be different lengths.
Yes, they are. Now you can tell this is the wrong chain. So this is a TSX chain, or not TSX, any non Tegra Type R or RSX. You can see the links. They have different colored links. That's to time it, because the old pump we took off has balance shafts in it, and you do have to time it with the crank gear. So
We need a chain.
I also verified that it is the exact same length as the chain that came off the car, and the colored links do line up. So this is a balance shaft oil pump chain. This part number that it came in, oh, it says Honda on it. That is the correct part number for the RSX pump chain, but that is clearly the wrong chain. So we're stuck on this one. That'll give you time to clean all that shit up.
Yeah.
If you want to. I think it's good enough.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Just degrease it. But this one we're stuck on, I'd probably still bolt that on.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure it's solid.
Find a bolt for here.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have one. If you don't have one, you want to come and get one.
I got one too.
Put the pan on. Just mock it up so that it's sealed.
Yeah.
While you wait for the chain, which I think you should get from the Honda dealer.
Probably.
See, now I don't feel bad for spending that money on a used. So I bought a used oil pump off of an RSX in California, and everything bolted right up like it's supposed to. We already had fitment issues with the windows tray. We had to kind of like pry on it and squeeze it to get the holes to line up, but it went on okay. I would actually, on this one, I would check, roll it over once you retime it, roll it over, make sure your crank doesn't hit the windows tray. The pump looks okay, but I don't know.
Short.
Yeah.
That's okay, we'll get one.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this motor back together, at least to the point where it's sealed, even though it's really grungy. But yeah, we're gonna put this one back together and try to clean up all this stuff. So actually, all this, no, we need that cam.
Yeah.
That goes in here. And this one is on hold again. Did you just fart?
Yes.
Rude. I would never do that.
Yeah, tell me.
All right, so update. This one is as back together as we can get it until we have new parts. So what we decided is he's gonna get, update. The tensioner might be correct. The guide is definitely incorrect. Oh, sorry. So that's the chain, but the guide here that it came with in the knockoff kit, correct part number, but the wrong part. It's identical to that one. So he's going to go to the Honda dealer, which is what he should have done in the first place. Get a guide, a chain, probably the tensioner also. And then also a timing chain. So on these two motors, this timing chain was in pretty good spec. This one was still within spec, but slightly stretched. So we took the good chain off of here, put it on here. This is now a complete motor again. And then when all the parts come in, throw it on this one, and this will have all the fresh parts, and it'll be ready to seal up and drop in the car. It's got the PND 50-degree VTC on there, 07 camshaft in the intake, and this is an 05 spec K24A2 RSX oil pump. So pretty standard fare for what everybody does for these motors as far as high RPM reliability. And look at this beautiful thing.
Yeah.
At least you know there's no rust on there anywhere. Mm-hmm. Can't rust when it's covered in grease. This thing was leaking oil like a, what is it that you white people say? Leaking oil like a sieve. Whatever that is. But they clearly stayed on top of the oil level, because there's no signs of this thing ever being run low on oil, in my opinion. I don't think they used quality oil. That's why there's a lot of tarnishing in there. But there's no grime, there's no buildup. So a cheap oil will give you tarnishing. But anyway. So, Chad, for the record, I told you so.
Yeah.
I won't get tired of saying that, by the way.
I'm gonna have to live that one down for quite some time. It looks good.
It does. If only had an oil pan on it.
Yeah.
You know what? You should get a baffled oil pan while you're waiting.
I probably should.
I think the lead time, I've been waiting 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Mine should go out Monday.
Okay.
So maybe you'll...
Be able to get it on here, and then I'll have the other pulley. And
Yeah, if you want to, then just order the parts online then. Honda Parts Now, or HondaPartsWarehouse.com, I think, is what everybody uses, or Acura Parts Warehouse. All right, so we're just going to clean up, try to put everything away. Put that away. Because honestly, you don't even know when you're going to be able to work on this again, so
yeah, I need to button up the front.
that's why we were trying to close everything up. For me, I would still flip this motor over, put the pan on it, put the valve cover on it, put the cover on it.
We'll do what we did that one. Put the cover on the pan on it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Pretty good progress. Not where we want it to be, but it's where I expected us to be.